Welcome back everybody, and this is Tyler with another video for you. And in the past few months, I've actually gotten a lot of my games working, and there's one that I really haven't done much of anything with, and it's this Baby Pac-Man. I picked this up, oh my gosh, 2 or 3 years ago, back when I first started collecting, and the cabinet is in really good shape. I mean, it's got a couple little tiny things like, oh, there's a little scratch up there. The sidearm on this side is pretty darn good. There's a little scratches right there, but really nothing major there. Control panel's got a little tiny bit of cracking along the edge here. The playfield's nice. There's no playfield wear at all. It definitely can use some Novus on it, be polished up and stuff. There's the coin door's missing all the mechs and everything like that. And there's a credit button someone added. Let's see, is there anything in the back? Yeah, this door's been completely stripped. And then on this side, the top of the art is missing. Not something that really bothers me too much. There's a little tiny chip right there in the side. The thing is, when I got this, I knew it didn't work, and I just haven't really put any time into working on this thing because it's just so much that can go wrong on a Baby Pac-Man. Because essentially, it's a pinball machine and a video game in one. And there's a lot of things that need to be done to it. Nothing hugely major on it. And I'll show you in a minute. So it's got a 13-inch monitor in the top, and that could use a cap kit on it. It does work, but it's pretty bleary looking. If you look on the back of the door here, here's the heart of the Baby Pac-Man. It's got the standard solenoid driver board that you'd see on a Bally pinball machine at this time period, as well as a pretty much almost standard Bally MPU on here. But additionally, it has a board in here called the Vidiot, and this is the part that runs the video game in this cabinet. And as far as I know, the Vidiot board was only used in this game and Granny and the Gators, which is a very similar game. It's pinball and video game in one. There might have been others, I just don't know of them. And there's a couple things that can go wrong in this. The main thing is that this board here needs to communicate with the pinball board, the MPU right here. And at the time, Bally went really cheap, and they used these connectors here. You just push the wires into them and crunch it down, and there's like this plastic piece that slides over them. In fact, there's one here. I can slide this right off. Right there, you can see how they're just pushed on. So the communications between the two boards can go bad because of that. Now I have a whole, I've ordered every single connector to replace. So it's all these connectors on this side, as well as replacing the headers, which is, as you can see, it's going to be a lot of work to do that. Before I started messing with that, though, I wanted to see if I can solve any other issues and even possibly get it working, because there's a lot that can go wrong in that process of doing that. And so the first thing I was working on was the power supply, and when I first got it, I hadn't really done anything with the power supply. I turned it on. As a matter of fact, I'll turn it on for you now. You'll hear it come on. See the flashing LED right there? And so it plays a little bit of the tune. It's a common thing that happens, and it's probably the communications that's causing it to happen. But at the same time, you want to eliminate any power supply issues. So in here is very similar to my Quicksilver, what I had to do. It's not the same Rectifier board, but you've got a big coil here, and this outputs a bunch of different AC currents, and then they need to be converted, some of them need to be converted to DC current, and that's what this board right here is. This is the power. It's called the power module on this. It's a bridge rectifier board. Let's see if we get in a little bit closer there. You see those 4 solder points there with a bolt in the center? There's where a bridge rectifier would be connected on this board. Now, I started testing at the test points on there, and you see I've got some alligator clips on there. That one actually reads correctly. There's a bunch of voltages this thing outputs. And when I was testing it, though, I noticed some of them weren't outputting the right voltage at all. And I was also looking at this hack that's in here, and there's 2 bridge rectifiers installed here. And I mean, I don't even know what the heck's going on there, because they are daisy-chained. So I don't know what the person did there, but it's similar to what someone did when they hacked up my Quicksilver when I got it. Let me show you here. Here's the rectifier board out of that. And I actually removed the part here, but so if you're looking at this, you can see the same kind of there's 4 rectifiers that are supposed to be on this board, and you see there's only 2 of them installed. That one's missing, and you'll see there's a bunch of wire stubs there, which I just cut the wires off. This is a rectifier that someone hot wired into this thing, and I don't know what if it's the right voltage or anything like that. We can handle the load that it's supposed to handle, but it was bad, as well as the other rectifiers have gone bad as well. So, and as you can see, this board's in pretty rough shape. There's little hacks in it, and I just didn't even want it. By the time I ordered all the parts to rebuild it, it would have cost more, or probably the same, as to just buy a replacement, which is better designed. So that's what I did on the Quicksilver. I just put a whole new bridge rectifier board in there. I don't know if anybody sells a replacement one for this, and I'm not too concerned about that because really, I just need to replace the rectifiers that are bad in it. I don't know, but it's also, you see it, they hacked right into the wiring harness here, so I got to figure out what they did here, how they hacked, why they hacked it like they did. I think it's a +5 volt, one of the +5 volts that goes out of this. So I don't think it's a lot of load. So it shouldn't be too much problem. I could just leave it like this too, but I got to make sure I'm getting the right voltages coming off this thing. I think I am. It was I think it's the general illumination. It could be I can't remember if it's the GI or the indicator lights, or the feature lights is what they're called. But if I come around to this side, you'll see that we've got flashing feature lights, and we've got the general illuminations on. Let's go in here. Okay, so there's all obviously a few light bulbs are out on this thing. Now if I can bring it to the solenoid test. Here we go. All the solenoids are working. So we've got the solenoids working, we've got the feature lights working. Right now you see the screen is just black, and to get that out of that I have to go around here, and on the video there's a video test mode. I don't know how long to hold that for, I can't remember. Here we go. So as you can see, the monitor needs some work, and I've got another monitor I could put in this thing, but I might just as well rebuild it while I'm at it. So yeah, it doesn't look like it. I mean, I gotta see what happens after I rebuild it, but that's not a huge concern of mine. And of course, there's a sound test as well. So yeah, so I got to figure out what's going on with this thing, and I'm not particularly, really excited about working on it. I'm excited about getting it working. So that's definitely an exciting thing to have happening. Yeah, so that's about it. Personally, right now, I'm kind of in a little bit of a funk. Not like depressed or anything like that. It's just that, like the last 2 months, I was doing a lot of stuff, and I would say like just a few days before Thanksgiving, and it has nothing to do with the holiday. Most likely just the weather. You gotta turn this. That's gonna drive me crazy. Okay. But I just haven't felt the motivation to work on things. I just rather, I think it's just a seasonal thing. I just want to stay in bed because right now it's pretty darn cold down here. It's let's see. I mean, this thermometer isn't accurate at all, but it's saying that it's under 55 degrees. It's just one of those cheap clock ones. But yeah, so it's cold. and right now it's like 6 o'clock in the morning, and I get up at 5 in the morning and do anything I'm going to do, and so when it's cold out, I'm not too excited to work on anything. But anyway, so I just want to show you where I'm at on this. I'm going to do it a little bit at a time. The only things left to really, of the things that need to be fixed, it's this and this Radical Bikers monitor. I still need to work on it. I replaced the shutdown and the B+ voltage pots on it, but it still goes into shutdown after a little bit. Matter of fact, I might as well just turn it on. Let's see if it turns on. It's pretty cold down here right now. I didn't hear the monitor. Oh, there it came on. So as you can see, the monitor actually looks pretty good. What will happen is the B+ voltage will just either go up or low or something, and it'll shut down after about a few minutes of being on. So I'm just going to do the cap kit and see if that fixes it. This actually had a tag from the B+ voltage fixed before. But the one thing I'm not enthused about, this has got 48 capacitors to replace in it, which is a heck of a lot of capacitors. So, yeah, so that's not something I'm all that excited about either. So it probably doesn't hurt the fact that this has got 48 capacitors to replace, and this thing has got like a bajillion connectors to be replaced, and lots of soldering and lots of connectors to put on. So that's not all that exciting. And then also to have this power board that's all jacked up, and it's not hugely jacked up, it's just been hacked a little bit. So, you know, I've got to do, let's see here, we've got to replace all these connectors, put a cap kit on this monitor, fix the power supply and the wiring, and put a cap kit in this with 48 caps. So yeah, it's a lot of work in the freezing cold. So that's why I'm not too excited about that. Plus, I've got my Donkey Kong 94 cabinet, which I haven't done anything with. My Galg 88, which is just sitting there unfinished. It works, but it definitely needs some, needs the cabinet to be finished and the artwork done on it. Let's see what else. Is there anything else? Oh yeah, and all these Virtual Boys, and I've got 2 more Virtual Boy cabinets that are still over in my dad's garage. I got to bring them over, and I have to get the parts to finish these things up. So it's a lot of work ahead. So yeah, that's it. But yeah, of course that Super Hang-On monitor looks great. All right, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll try some more videos for you. Oh, it just went to shut down. There you go. I caught it. Alright, so there you go. You can see that it went to shut down. So it didn't last very long. Alright, yeah, so I'll have some more videos for you coming up. And I'll try to work out of this funk. I don't personally feel in a funk, but not, just one of those things where I don't want to get up. I'd rather sleep until 7 o'clock in the morning rather than get up at 5 o'clock in the morning and freeze. Alright, guys, thanks a lot.